Jump in. Right, we'll put the doors down. 3, 2, 1.
You can drive with the doors open.
Oh my god, doors up while you're driving! Welcome back to the channel. Today you join me and Chris the owner from the driver's seat of a, we're going to say Sera today. That's what we're going to say. Yeah. This is one of the quirkiest cars I think I've ever driven and had the pleasure of being around, so thank you very much to Chris. He's come out with me today because to get all of this on camera is going to be a right laugh, to try and explain this car basically and why you own it and why it's your daily driver sometimes, why you never want to sell it, and why you've enjoyed a few months, because you bought it, you know, a few months ago, of driving this weird concept thing that Toyota decided to make. But we're going to find some beautiful roads as usual, and go and enjoy what is one of the weirdest things I've ever driven, but cool at the same time. Let's do this. The quirkiness starts when you start to look at this thing. It isn't necessarily the driving. We were talking 1.5 litres, 110 brake horsepower.
Yeah, and that obviously was about 30 years ago.
And that was many moons ago. So automatic gearbox as well. You'd look at this and think, oh, that's exciting to drive and stuff. And you have over and over again said, it's not that fun. It's not that fun to drive. But it gives the excitement factor from outside. It's a poster car. That's it. It's the doors up, wheels turn a little bit, excitement car. That Toyota made, it's a car that came out from a drawing board, didn't it? It's a concept car that went straight into production. There was no in between. As you can see, we're going to put the windows down now. This is the biggest greenhouse I've ever driven in my life. But the quirkiness of the whole glass going over your head, I love it, because it seems like a spaceship going down the road. You feel like you're in a space capsule.
It's like what we were saying, that, you know, it's like a convertible, but you've got none of the setbacks or whatever. Yeah, like, you know, the roof is always there. I reckon in the rain this is a good laugh though, because it's, it's like the rain is right there. The glass goes so far back, and then there's only like a slight bit, and then there's a complete glass rear as well. Well, so the glass is a great thing, and it's also a bit of a pain in the bum. So, as I say, we've been in the car for what, 2 minutes? And I am like sweating so bad right now. And then the other thing, so when I go to work in the morning and it's a bit cold, the dehumidifiers or whatever they're called. It only goes so far. So you've got all of this glass, and by the time I get to work, it's pretty much just still steamed up. You say that's a design flaw? A little bit. A little bit of a design flaw. So modifications, as we're here, you don't want to modify this thing, do you? You want to keep it original, so really? In some senses, I'm like, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and then I'm thinking, that's because it's so clean. And it is so rare. I'm like, nah, let's keep it standard. The aftermarket stereo, the aftermarket good old Kenwood. It's got Sony Explode 6x9s in the parcel shelf. I mean, how 90s or early 2000s is that? And when you did buy this car, it did have 3 spokes, which you weren't a fan of, and I can agree with that. You know, 3 spokes aren't for everyone. So it does have a set of, what, these BK Racing, I think they are? BK, Isn't focused around, oh, how fast it is and how exciting it is. It's the quirkiness and the rarity. The rarity being 95-ish, quote us down below if we're wrong, but to our knowledge, 95 of these in the UK at the moment, 15,000 ever sold. Across the, Japan, but outsourced, this one's obviously from Japan, it's been brought into the UK. There's only around 30 of them, 40 of them on the road at this one point, so they're incredibly rare to actually find. My question to you would be, why? Why do you have one? Why is this something that you're going to treasure forever? Like, I think just so years ago, like a good 10, 15 years ago, and I saw one, I thought, I want one of them. I don't know why, just because of the quirkiness. You know, when you see a car on a posting, so I want one of them, and I saw it in real life, and I assumed I'd never own one because
because rarity and it just might never happen.
That's it. I could never find one. Luckily, there was literally this one for sale about 10 miles down the road from where I live.
Wow.
And I thought, and I got a bit of money, and I thought I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to have it. And that's the same thing why I'm never going to sell it. Driving it, as you say, like it's not a super fast car where you just whiz around and everything.
But it's enjoyable.
That's it, exactly. It's very smooth.
I can't put that across on video, but it's actually an enjoyable ride. You want to just cruise around in it. It's just nice to be in.
The whole ownership, it's the whole package.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it might sound a bit silly, but it's like when you stop at somewhere like a car park or something like that, and you open those doors, you'll guarantee someone to go, wow, that's nice. I mean,
cool.
just
what the hell is that?
Exactly, yeah. And then you can talk to them about it, and then it sort of brings fellow car enthusiasts around, and they go, oh, I know about cars, and then it starts a conversation, and that is what owning a car is. It's not just about having a car that do 1,000,000 miles an hour and everything, and then you can't enjoy it because you're just, you know, so uncomfortable when you're driving.
It's not stressful.
Yeah, not at all.
It's enjoyable. You get complimented from the silly doors, which is so cool. I love the doors and the fact that is a talking point straight away, and people ask what it is and why and what and how, and it's the car enthusiast in you that appreciates. Like, a lot of people I think would appreciate this car because of what it is. It came from concept and was just like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do silly doors, we'll do the glass that's huge, we'll do a big silly tailgate on the back, and we'll make it into something that is just quirky and fun.
Something you don't get in cars these days. Like,
you don't. There's a lot of boxes out there, things that just work. It isn't about that. It isn't about practicality and all this sort of stuff, all the boring stuff that people want to buy a car for. It's just the quirky fun of owning something that's a little bit strange, and I love that. I love this car for that. It's what cars are all about, having something different, and this ticks the different box straight away.
Yeah, definitely,
So guys, just have a quick look around at this Toyota Sera. That's what we're going with in this video. Chris, the owner, and he's going to take us through. We're going to have a chat about this concept car that made the road, basically, is what it is. So it's a 1990, so phase 1 Toyota. We're going with Sera. In the UK, I think that's what we would call it, but elsewhere in the world it would be a bit different. But we're going to go in with the butterfly doors.
Yeah, they're butterfly.
We're going to go in with that.
Gullwing.
Gullwinger right up. This is like butterfly. But we were chatting, and the guy that made the F1, McLaren F1, took some inspiration from these doors and where the hinges are and stuff, I suppose.
The story is that Gordon Murray, who designed the F1, he saw one of these, his neighbour had one of these, and he looked at it, and when he was designing the F1, he thought, yeah, I want my doors to look
I'll have a go at that, yeah. So this random car that no one's ever heard of has inspirational doors that inspired one of the best cars in the world. So, interesting quirk. Other quirks, let's go through quirks. It's a greenhouse as well, basically. There's many of them. This whole glass piece, although there is a panel you can put here, sort of like a headliner. It's interesting that this part was included. There was no filtering, so this was actually a product.
Designed in the 80s when everyone was a bit like coked up.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Yeah, let's just have it. So these are the headliner, basically, just like that, and then you will have complete sun protection, so you don't get your head burn. It's not really a greenhouse because you actually have that bit just like that. That's just so much work to do that. Do you know what I mean? What a thing that Toyota had made at the time to go, yeah, we need that part as well to just go into there.
It doesn't like do anything in terms of like a Toyota MR2 where you actually put the roof and it's
it's not like a T-top sort of thing.
Just a bit of carpet.
But I love the doors going up. It's just so cool. Another thing to point out about these doors, because that's probably the best part I suppose about this, is the window is actually, as I bring the door down a bit more, it's actually there. This bit goes down and that bit actually stays there, which is, again, as you look at it from there, this whole glass piece here stays there and that window actually goes down. The Sera has just done that.
Yes.
That's the same sort of idea. And I'm not saying, oh, they took it, but this is a 1990 Japanese little car.
29 years old.
29 years old, and this happened. It happened here first, really, more than anything.
I do forget sometimes. Like, there's been times when I've been sitting there and I change my mirror and I'm like,
so that doesn't work.
As you may have seen, the boot does the whole thing as well.
Yeah, so it's actually a whole piece that goes up.
That's it.
Which is insane. No other car does that. And where are you going to find a glass when that shatters if you strap something in your boot and Smash.
Boots open this way or that way. This one is just...
So it hasn't got a split tailgate and anything. No. This is actually one piece, and then your boot goes in here.
And you can get enough.
Quite a lot of room, considering it's a 2+2 Japanese older sports car, I suppose. But a lot of glass, a lot of moving glass happening in this car. The engine though, 1.5 litre, automatic, 110 brake horsepower.
The era that it was sort of made, like in Japan, they just wanted sort of quirky little cars. This is the whole reason why I think cars back in the day were so much better than that. I mean, we were just talking about, you know, over here we've got this Nissan Qashqai.
Kumquat. Yeah, one of those things. But the quirk, where's the quirks in that? There's no quirks. This has every single quirk going that now road cars and supercars and stuff are actually taking some sort of inspiration from. What's the colour? Because it's like, it looks like a Civic colour from the older times, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of Civics in this colour. It's quite a nice colour though, it's of era colour, because you wouldn't get a new car this colour at all.
Would be silver or grey.
Yeah, or grey or something like that.
One, I suppose, one quite quirky thing about this is that the fuel economy. So before we came down here, I filled it up and I'm thinking, wow.
See how far that goes.
Exactly. I haven't filled it up for a while and I thought £30. That's good.
Is that a full tank?
That's a full tank, £30.
£30 for a full tank.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah. Driving down here is like a 2-hour drive. You use quarter of a tank.
That is insane. So it's done a tenner.
Yeah.
Not even a tenner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Japanese quality right there. Nearly 30 years on, and she's still just fuel economy all day long. So the engine is Passo related. It's got a couple of components from that car. The chassis itself is a Starlet, really.
Effectively,
underneath.
So there's a couple of people who have put a turbo on it to give it a little bit more.
Wow,
and then
turbocharged.
And then they have actually used the same turbo from a Starlet.
We were talking about insurance as well. For you on a multi-car policy, and it was actually, because it was multi-car, £27.
Yeah, it was. When I phoned the guy up about the insurance, he started laughing, and I thought, oh great.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna pull my pants down on this one.
Pretty much, yeah. And then he basically said £27, and that was just me. When we insured my girlfriend, the insurance company gave money back. I think we just
gave you money back.
Exactly.
To insure this car on top of your other cars.
That's it.
That's the best thing about owning a classic, in my opinion.
No, that's it. I bought this car. It's cost me nothing apart from tax, and that's it. And it's just this fun.
Cheap motoring at its best right here.
100%.
And quirky motoring at its best.
Motoring,
Love it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and from me and Chris, it's to see you later.
Bye.
Bye.